order, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next we'll have a moment of silent meditation. All right, can I get a motion for the approval of the September 22nd agenda and the minutes from the August 25th meeting? I'll make a motion. I'll second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, celebrating success. Mr. Hall?
We are going to do our celebrating success next month. The teachers are here, but the students are not, so we will bring them in with 5th grade next month, so we'll have everybody. But I am glad to see a nice new backdrop that's very pleasant to see. Yeah.
Two-sided.
Two-sided.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it. So I'll pass that table to Mrs. Valency, and then I'll take over the principal report from there.
All right, I would like to recognize our student media class. Mrs. Crane is the teacher of that, and she brought a couple of lovely ladies with her, and that time has now been extended during our win time, and they have been diligently working, and I wanted them to share about some of the great things they're doing.
You would not believe the things we've been doing. It's kind of a little crazy. I have 17 kids, and they start, I have no freshmen, but I have from sophomores up. And I am telling you, when I ask them to do things, I have 0 issues. And when I tell you the crazy things that we've done, Courtney called, she needed some scarecrows made. So Mrs. Matter and I combined classes, took our WIN kids and said, we have to make a scarecrow. They said, why do one? Let's make a scarecrow family. So we submitted 3 scarecrows. On top of some of the other things that we have done, John Dill reached out to us and asked the kids to create a commercial for WFWR, and I think the majority of those commercials are by my students. What else have we done this week? Well, even last week.
We did the homecoming brochures.
Homecoming flyers. Each student had to submit a flyer, because I feel like when they become the same one hanging up, then people bypass it. And so every one of them, I think we have 17 of these hanging up around the school, and they're all different, because the idea is once they look at it, they're like, oh, I haven't seen this. This is a reminder of the dress-up days this week. So we did that. The other big thing that has taken our time, and we're going to do this monthly, it is imperative that we bridge this community with this school. I recognize it, I think the school board recognizes it, and the only way that we feel that we can do that right now is make a newsletter. And that's what we did. Chris, I had talked to Chris about this, I don't know, a month ago when we had this idea, and he's like, you know, my dad would want to read this. So it's on Facebook, it was put out last week. We're going to put this in some of the nursing homes. We're going to do anything that you have an idea on where it could go. We're more than willing to deliver it. We'll do it in color. It was 17 pages in length this time. We felt like we had a lot. It might even expand from that, because again, every student has to write some type of an article. It's great for English because we get to critique their writing skills, and I just feel like it's been an enjoyable time so far, and we have had a busy 8 weeks of school. Girls, what do you want to tell them about the class?
Currently we are working on brochures for Heritage Days for next year already.
Yep.
So, yes, and we're also working on the 2025-2026 school year yearbook.
How about you, Jen? What do you like about the class?
I like working with everyone. Everyone's super nice, and I also really enjoyed working with Mrs. Crane. She is a very nice person to have around.
I didn't pay her to say this. Yeah, so it's been great. But anything that you see that needs highlighted, like Courtney, if we had known, you know, before we started typing this, really glad to highlight anything. You know, we're not doing this for any type of monetary donations. We just want the community to know. And I have to tell you, these kids are talented. This is not me. Like, I have no idea. This is probably done off of Canva, which the school has a basically a pro account, so we can do anything with. They can do anything. I cannot do this at all. If I turn them loose and say, this is what we need, and in 2 days, it's done. So I have a great group of students, and I'm so appreciative for the opportunity to have it during wind time. So, yeah, anything, just shoot me an email, we'll get it advertised.
All right, squeeze in and smile,
Oh,
ladies.
you know, we're at the bus barn right now, working on floats.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone.
For my principal's report, homecoming is a biggie right now. We got a lot of activities going on, a lot of floats, getting ready for the football game, pep session Friday, powder puff on Wednesday, I guess weather pending. So everybody's excited and busy with all that. We have our first iLearn checkpoint coming up. Our window's open now, and we're going to start on October 1st. So this is the official one, and we will use our IXL data and kind of look at our data and see, and we can now do the second round and experiment with that too, and how we can do interventions and recheck their progress. We also have a lot of great field trips happening. We had kids go to the theater last week, and they had a great time and actually had great behavior, which is always wonderful to hear positive comments. We have a group going to the Benton Central Career Fair. The 11th and 12th graders are going this Thursday, and then next week we have 7th and 8th graders going to Manufacturing Day at the Tippecanoe Fairgrounds. So we have a lot of fun things going on to make learning fun around here. So.
I'm smiling because my kid enjoyed the field trip, but unfortunately came home with a ceramic chicken, and I'm not really sure how that happened. It's one of the gift shop sells them.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Yeah, I just want to send another appreciation to my staff. I can't believe that the first 9 weeks is almost over. That's insane to me. They haven't moved me out of the office yet, so I'm still here. Once again, we have iLearn checkpoints starting our building as well. We have coordinated with the high school, so we will all be taking our checkpoints between the 1st and 10th, with some retakes right up there leading to fall break. Just a couple things happening inside. Our Michelina and the teachers, they have implemented the RTIs and our small group instruction that are happening just for immediate remediation that's happening before these checkpoints, something that we've always done at elementary level that seems to be successful, and we will continue to do so. That stuff's all been started. Hands down to Michelina and Brittany that heads that on and does a ton of testing throughout the building to get those groups situated, and teachers themselves, but these guys spearheaded and get those rock and rolling. And it's an everyday active activity through grade levels that is a lot of work. So I'm appreciative of all that happens. We've had a couple good fundraisers. We just started a fundraiser today. Our trash bag fundraiser was successful. We brought in around $11,000. Of that, we'll keep around $5,000 of that. So pretty good return on that, as always. Fundraiser, so we're always appreciative of that. We started a brand new one to our school today that seems like it has a lot of fun gift wrapping ideas and stuff leading to the holidays, so we'll see how that goes. It will run right up until fall break, so we'll see how that goes. It's kind of an online platform. Products get shipped directly to those families. It's all kind of a digital platform, so we're not handling a lot of it. So if that's up and running, we'll keep doing that. Also have a lot of field trips going on. 4th grade took a day and went to the STEAM show, Power Show, up in Rainsville. That's an annual event that takes place that's always appreciative to kind of take the kids back in history and see all those projects. You guys want to elaborate on that? Or? I always like putting them on the spot.
Oleana Power Association does it every year at Rainsville. It's like a living history. They have different stations. The kids can visit to, they put on the senses.
Yeah, so at one they can make butter, at one they learn to sew, grind their own cornmeal, then they get to try cornbread. But they've done a great job. Over the last 2 years, they've changed it that it's just a half day. It used to be a full day. And actually this year's kids, I think, really would have actually wanted to stay the whole day. So just because of other reasons, they've kind of tried to change it for the older people that are willing to put it on for us. But it's all done by volunteers. So they always enjoy going.
It was very peaceful this year. It was just us in Covington for some reason. That we went in the morning, and so they just kind of got to run at the place. So they really got to experience all the stations and really got the full attention of everyone. So they really enjoyed it.
A fun kind of last minute group I took actually last week was the Brent Bauer Band had invited 6 students down to the Attica 200 down at the river. Student council put together 6 students for me, and I took them down, and they were able to go through the model lock that they had built that Brent Bauer had spent time on, and they were able to make some tortilla bread that they enjoyed and some bricks, and they were boring holes in some logs, how they used to transport water, so the kids loved it. Something I anticipated being there for 30 minutes on, we were there for I think 2 hours, 2.5 hours on, and the kids loved every minute of it. So a huge shout out to Bauer Bands for inviting us down and getting those kids involved. It was a great activity for them. Of course, we have all kinds of pumpkin patches and everything else coming down the line from first grade to every grade level coming. Oh, staff appreciation. We had a staff K through 12 staff appreciation cookout that Kyle Askren helped out with.
Delicious.
Yeah, it was great. I think it was it's a nice thing that Dr. Williams brought up that we put on for all staff. Come go as you please, and they had hot dogs and hamburgers and made all kinds of accompaniments and sides, and it was a great turnout. Something I think we're going to continue to keep trying to do for all of our staff periodically. Another big thing that these fine ladies behind me are up against that they don't really know about yet, but something that I had planned to come to town were the Harlem Wizards. That's a program that used to come to Attica. I think 2018 was the last time they were here, and had a pretty significant turnout at that point. They're coming back November 25th, which is the Tuesday before our Thanksgiving break. They'll be here that evening. The PTO, they have volunteered to help me out with this and do whatever they can. So it's been months in the making of getting everything planned and aligned and contract signed, and we're finally settled on the date and time. So they will be here November 25th. We are hoping for a packed house. We will have a team put together. We have cheerleaders lined up. It should be a great event for the community. Everyone will be invited. There'll be online ticket sales, there'll be in-person ticket sales, there'll be concession stands, there'll be souvenirs, there'll be front row seats, all kinds of stuff. We're going to have, at least for the elementary side of things, they'll come do kind of a pep rally that day of Monday or Tuesday to kind of get everybody excited. So we're hoping it's a great turnout and a great fundraiser on behalf of the school. So we're really excited, and they don't even know it yet, but I'm so appreciative of them. I know they're going to do a great job once I unleash everything and hand it over to them. Tracy, except. Yeah, right. So that's kind of what's going on in elementary. We're chugging along, and I think we're all looking forward to a nice 3-day vacation here coming up very shortly for fall break.
All right, communications from the floor. Is there anything tonight? Any communications from the board? All right, superintendent's items of interest.
Okay, so before I talk about the old elementary school and the football field, I want to thank Annette Crane and Sarah Matter. They've done a fantastic job with getting a lot of things ready for homecoming. So I appreciate it. I know Barbie does as well, all the things they have done the last several weeks in order to make it successful. And Barbie, can you remind me that we're doing a Powder Puff football game Wednesday. What time is that?
6:30.
Okay, I haven't seen the weather, so I don't know if hopefully it holds.
It's supposed to rain, but I heard it was during the days.
Okay, all right, and the good thing is we have turf, so we can still play.
And we have staff that are very pumped. They're very excited.
Good.
Yes.
And then who's doing the events before the game on Friday?
You mean the tailgate stuff? That has gone out from Susie from.
Athletic Boosters is actually who is providing the food this time. It's just still the group of women that got kind of put together at the top or beginning of the year, actually getting things out and around.
Okay.
But the Booster Club is actually providing this week.
Okay, excellent. And I thank everybody, they're doing a great job with that. I know there's been a lot of not only students and staff, but community members that attend that tailgating, so I thank everybody who's working hard on that. Regarding the old elementary school and football field, we are getting close on that. We will be accepting bids here pretty soon. I should have more information, hopefully by the end of this week, if not by next week, posted to all of our social media platforms. We will be putting it in the newspaper, how that will work. What it is that we will be separating the old elementary school building and the old football field. So we'll be accepting bids on both of those. So more information will be coming. I'm just waiting. We have an attorney who's drafting all of our paperwork for us. I spoke with him just a little while ago, and once he has that information to me, he said by the end of this week or early next week I will post it, so everybody will be informed as to how that process will work. And then we will be taking any questions. I will be at the administration office once it's posted, and that information will be on there as well.
So is it the intent to have those bids in time for the October board meeting?
Yes. Yep. Correct. The ADM update, I think it was 5:31. The last meeting we were at 5:29 is where we're at as of today. I don't think I have anything else. I do want to congratulate our football team for the win a couple weeks ago. I've already spoken with the superintendent of North Vermillion. They haven't won a game, so we're looking pretty good for this Friday. So we would hope that everybody would come out and support our boys football team as they get win number 2.
Moving on to the report of the superintendent. I'm going to start the report of the superintendent tonight with opening the 2026 public budget hearing. So then, the next item is the board should consider input from the public as it regards to the Attica Consolidated School Corporation's 2026 budget plan. Is there input from? All right. The board should consider input from the public as it is regards to the Attica Consolidated School Corporation's 2026 capital projects plan. Again. The board should consider input from the public as it in regards to the Attica Consolidated School Corporation 2026 bus replacement plan. Is there any input? With no input on those 3 items, we will close the 2026 public budget hearing.
I'd like to make a recommendation to approve the corporation treasurer to pay claims to the end of September 2025.
Are there any questions on that? Can I get a motion to approve the corporation treasurer to pay claims to the end of September 2025?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item number 7.
Number 7 will be a revision to the crisis management plan, which is this big booklet right here, which can be found online. The only change to this, well, there are 2 changes, are just some clerical changes, changing some names around from assistant principal and dean. And the other change is the evacuation plans at the junior senior high school. The administrators examined this over the summer and put the old plans into practice. During the first fire drill, I found out that we needed to come up with a better way to make sure our students are getting out quicker. We had students that were leaving class that were crossing other students and bumping into them. So they sat down and looked at this, came up with a great revision, and this has made the evacuation process a lot cleaner and quicker for the students.
Any questions on the revisions to the crisis management plan? Can I get a motion to approve the revised 2025-2026 crisis management plan?
I'll make a motion.
I'll say.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, item number 8.
So it would be a recommendation to approve the revised 25-26 staff evaluation plan. I appreciate the admin team, Vanessa and Brian from the union, meeting with the teachers, meeting with all of us, and coming up with a more effective way to evaluate our certified teachers. So the changes will be to this, pending your approval, will be that teachers who have been rated highly effective or effective and who have more than 2 years on the corporation will now have the option to complete a project-based assignment. They will meet with their administrators and come up with a plan that will align with one of the 3 domains, which is currently what they use for the RISE, which domain 1 is planning, 2 is instruction, and 3 is relationships. We'll develop a plan with the administrator. The administrator will work with them if they choose to do this, and collaboratively come together and come up with a targeted competency to make sure that this plan is successful. They still have the option to continue the RISE. Everybody will still do domain 4, the RISE, which is the core professionalism, and that basically outlines on time, neat appearance. So everybody will still go through that. The administrators will still be going through all the classrooms, so that's not going to change. It just gets to be if the certified teacher who falls into that highly effective or effective, who's been there for longer than 2 years, wants to take part in the new program, they can do it. If not, then they will still continue in the RISE program. This is a way for our administrators also to spend more time on those teachers who are new to teaching, spend more time on teachers who fall under ineffective or needs improvement, and again, a more valuable way to assess teachers collectively. We sat down and discussed, and then we looked at it saying a teacher who's been highly effective or effective for 20 years should fall into a different category than a brand new teacher. So again, they don't have to do this option. They can continue with the current RISE rubric and continue that path, or they can have the option of this new.
Any questions on the staff evaluation plan? Can I get a motion to approve the revised 2025-2026 staff evaluation plan?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 9.
So number 9 will be a recommendation to review the board policy handbook, updated policies. This will be the first reading. All of these are revisions, and the revisions for clerical, some are new laws, and I think the only one that I will outline that I see is a little different is just now that there was a new law passed that there has to be a supplemental payment, which is, I've discussed this with the union, and I will be discussing with you all as well as how we will get this to work for our negotiations. And with that supplemental payment, it says teachers who have completed the literacy endorsement. I have 3 teachers, elementary teachers back there, I don't know which 3, maybe all of them have completed. There has to be a separation as far as payment to those teachers. So there's no specific number associated with that, but there has to be something. So again, this will be something I discuss with you, and then when I meet with the union in contract negotiations, we'll come up with something that is deserving of their hard work that they put into this and that aligns with the new law.
Any questions on the board updates to the board policy handbook policies? Can I get a motion for the first reading of the revised board policy handbooks, the items that are listed?
I'll make a motion for the first reading.
I'll second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item number 10.
I'd like to make a recommendation to approve the September 22nd, 2025 personnel sheet. If I can drop down to the resignation of the assistant maintenance position, that will be effective October the 4th, 2025.
Any questions on the personnel sheet?
I will abstain from the science department chair and the 7th grade boys basketball.
So in those cases, should we do 2 votes?
Yes.
Okay. So let's first do a recommendation to approve the positions listed with the exception of the science chair and the 7th grade boys basketball coach. Can I get a motion on that portion?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next, can I get a motion for the AHS science department chair and the 8th grade boys basketball coach positions?
I'll make a motion for those positions. I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, financial status.
So on this, what I want to highlight is that this is a different number than what we've used in the past. Traditionally, we've had a transfer amount of $50,000 per month from our education fund to our operations fund. So the law allows us to transfer up to 15%. So, looking at that number and being in alignment with other school corporations, due to the loss from SB1, all of them that I have spoken with are pushing to that 15%. It's going to put us almost right there. So from this point forward, it'll be a recommendation to move instead of the 50, it would be 55,000. So I'd like to have a recommendation to combine approved financial claims for the month of September and a monthly transfer amount of 55,000 for the education funds and operation.
Any questions on that? Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right. And I get a motion to adjourn?